Number 220 in the Imprint range is The Great Gatsby from 1949. I've seen multiple versions of The Great Gatsby, and to be honest, it's one of those stories that I can never really attune to. I understand the thematics, understand what's going on, I'm kind of familiar with the story. I just never connect with the material. But still, I always give it a shot to see if this time's going to be the time. This has an amazing cast. It's got Alan Ladd, Betty Field, MacDonald Carey, Ruth Hussey, Barry Sullivan, Howard De Silva, Shelley Winters. It's a stacked cast. And out of all of that stacked cast, we have Alan Ladd, who plays Jay Gatsby. And he is super compelling in the film. He's a fantastic version of this character, one that I really enjoyed.
If I had a man like you for a friend, I'd figure I'd come a long way. Thank you. I'm a self-made man. I've done pretty well, even if I say so myself.
And we get to see the discovery of this character through Nick, someone that moves in. Gatsby's his landlord. He starts to kind of hang out with him, listening to his tale of how he became the man that he now is. And it's a great sort of rags to riches tale. A tale where a man achieves everything that he could possibly want, except for the love of the woman that he really wants. So it's a love story at the heart of this one. And if you've seen any of The Great Gatsbys or you've read the novel, you'll know where the story is going to lead to. But I found this one probably my favourite version of The Great Gatsby so far, because Alan Ladd's performance, I'm used to seeing him in noir films, or being a hard-boiled detective, or being the man on the run, or something like that. This time he was, someone who had kind of worked himself up, who had a little bit of fortune, managed to manage himself well, and create this ego, this persona.
You do care for me a little.
I don't know why. I don't like myself for it, but I do.
But it's the sadness in that loss of romance, the one thing that he wants that he cannot have. There's some wonderful sequences in here that I really love, particularly the car accident in the final third, which I thought was superbly done for the time. Really exciting, kind of shocking as well. Very much different from other things I'd seen in the time, how it's filmed and the sort of impact that it has. But it's the effect the film and the main character has on the townsfolk, the people round about, which I found to be super engaging, super interesting, that I wanted to know more of, particularly the garage owner, whom we have a couple of interactions with, who's just horrified with everything that's going on, and he will do everything to keep his wife away from it.
Well, I broke out, see? Get out of my way!
Put it down!
You come off locking me up!
It's a little bit of black humour, a little bit of comedy to ease some of the heavier themes that are going on here. I loved the way this looked. I loved the tight run time of 91 minutes. It didn't pad it out, gave us all the beats of the story and kept that pace really ticking along. I found a lot of the Great Gatsby adaptations are overlong, drawn out, and become a little bit tedious in moments. This was fresh, and it was quick, and it was easy to get into and really enjoyable. And like I said, anchored by that Alan Ladd performance, which was absolutely perfect. The Great Gatsby, yeah, it's a pretty interesting adaptation of that. Still not great, but decent, good. I'd love to know your thoughts on this version if you've seen it. But first, let's dive in and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for The Great Gatsby. This is the extras. We've got an audio commentary by Professor and film scholar Jason A. Ney. We have Alan Ladd, the True Quiet Man documentary, which is worth the price of admission alone. It's 56 minutes 39, and there is a wealth of information on this. It's a great documentary. We have got Professor Sarah Churchwell on The Great Gatsby, which is 22 minutes 9 seconds, talking all about the idea of the story and some of the adaptations. We have film critic writer Christina Newland on The Great Gatsby. She's talking particularly about this film, how it was produced in the 40s, the kind of effect it had. Another wonderful addition. And then we have an interview with Alan Ladd's son, David Ladd, conducted by Alan K. Rode, which is an unusual and terrific extra, which you really should jump to pretty quickly, probably after the documentary about the man. And that's the extras for The Great Gatsby. So there we have it. The Great Gatsby. I think it's an interesting film. It's some nice differences in the way it's filmed and the language it uses to tell its tale. And yeah, it's a decent package. One that I would recommend checking out if you're interested. Let me know your thoughts on the film in the comment box below. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.